Welcome to another NASCAR talk. I'm Nino, the greatest, the undisputed, the champ. You already know we got a week off already from the season. What's up, Matt? How you doing?
I don't know what to do with myself. I was just staring at my TV yesterday, not watching any NASCAR. It was pretty upsetting. Pretty upsetting.
I mean, for me, I had no Giants. I was actually able to enjoy some football without watching, now worrying about screaming at the TV or watching a competent football.
No, yeah, you got a point. You got a point. I mean, yeah, I'm not big into other sports other than NASCAR. I mean, I love basketball, college football, but NASCAR's my sport, man. It's
I
number
feel you.
one.
I feel you on that. So we're gonna give you guys the reviews from the whole entire season, from the whole entire enchilada. So if you guys see us talk about like 2 seconds of this track, because it was boring.
Yeah.
Let's get it started with NASCAR actually doing the decency and saying, you know what, guys, we're gonna go racing one day early on that Saturday at the Clash, where it was supposed to rain the entire weekend over there in California.
They had that state of emergency. I remember turning it on because I think they do qualifying in the heats the night before and then they
Yep.
go into the actual race the next day. And I remember turning it on and they're like, "Oh yeah, the race got pushed up to today." And I was like, "Holy hell." I mean, it was a good thing, but I don't know what attendance actually looked like because everybody planned on Sunday, not
It wasn't
Saturday.
much. It wasn't that much people.
And that actually brought back a big argument. I know they're going to Bowman Gray next year, but why don't we have speed weeks at Daytona again?
I know,
That's
right?
another big one, especially with that right there. So,
Or bring it back as the RC version of Daytona, because you're technically, technically, it's a week after 24 hours of Daytona, so you're already there.
yeah, and the track's already set up for the road
Hmm.
course.
I
That'd be
mean,
perfect.
on the bright side is we're going next year though to Bowman Grades, but yeah, the
Yep.
Clash. This is when this guy retired because me personally, I thought I was going to hear that signature thing from Denny Hamlin. I beat your favorite driver persona. I'm like, if I have to hear this the entire season, I might as well execute myself.
But Denny Hamlin Sr. decided to say, you need to stop that shit, boy. But I
Yeah.
mean, Austin Dillon has looked good at the Coliseum every year. Kyle Busch, Bubba
Hmm.
Wallace. It's great they're staying on another very good short track, but
But
we're
I
on a good
thought,
track.
go ahead, go ahead.
We're on a good track for
Yep.
this tiny short track kind of stuff. So,
I thought we are gonna have though. I thought me personally, I'm like, oh, we're gonna have a little fight going on throughout the season because I saw Ty Gibbs and Joey Logano was going at it for a little bit, and after the race too, I was like, bro, I hope Joey Logano just bullies this kid, bro.
I
Humble
mean,
this kid.
it was a good race. I would give it a 6 out of 10 on that one on the
Hmm.
banger scale.
Yeah, 6 out of 10. Like I said, it just threw me off guard. I mean, I was already home. I was not doing anything. To find out we have Saturday night racing at the Clash, just get it over with. Like I'm in. I'm
Oh
in.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
I'm in. I think I fought NASCAR Zach, our leader from the chat. I think he put Ryan Priest on a bet. I was like, you know what, bro? I'm gonna put Ryan Priest this week. You know what? Let me just try it. Yeah, right. She came back bite me in the ass. But yeah, man, the Clash was actually pretty good. Like I actually enjoyed the Clash. Like Justin Haley made the field out of all the drivers. Yeah, Justin Haley. I don't think Christopher Bell was a non-Toyota driver that didn't make it the field. That
Oh
was
yeah. I
yeah, because
remember that. I remember that. Sorry, I just don't remember too much on it. I'm trying to look back and reflect on it best I can.
yeah. I'm
I,
looking at the result. I'm looking at the results. Yeah, like he didn't make Kyle Busch finish in second that race too.
hey, that's Kyle Busch's new thing is finishing second.
Yep.
Common trend over the
I guess
season.
we have he was the new what's it called it? Sheldon Creed.
Mark Martin, more or less.
Yep. But yeah, man. Who I think, and then the funny part is, no, only two SHR drivers had made the field too, because Gragson made the field and Ryan Priest made the field.
Yeah, because I was surprised on Graxton because he did really good in his first race with
Hmm.
Stuart Haas, especially having a half a year off, damn near.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But yeah,
That's
that was six
insane.
out of ten. I mean, it's Bowman great. I mean, it's the Clash. Thank God is no non the Clash next year. If we're not back at that stadium, no offense. I don't think we needed that stadium to be the Clash, but yeah.
Yeah, no. Geography, that place was horrible, not gonna
Hmm.
lie.
The duels, Toyota dominated. So I was like, the Toyota. Me personally, from Tyler Reddick and Christopher Bell winning the duels, I was like, Toyota has something that we not know that's going on here on super speedways all of a sudden
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
That's Ford's playground. That's literally their bread and butter.
Oh, and it showed right off the bat because I think I can't remember if they did qualifying first, and that was what Logano and McDowell on pole, and
Hmm.
then the two Toyota drivers started 3 and 4 on the second row. I mean, the Toyotas looked great during the 500,
Yep.
absolutely looked great even during the duels. That new body style actually worked out really well for the Toyotas at
Yep.
drafting tracks this year.
Yeah,
And
definitely. And then the race itself, I mean, it looked like Ford was going to win that race though, because Ford they had it going, and then
mm,
Brad being Brad at super speedways,
mm,
he's like the how do I say this? I'm gonna put it in WWE terms. I know everybody's gonna kill me for this. He is the Tongaloa version of the NASCAR series in the super speedways. He's just always waiting to botch something at the wrong place at the wrong time.
easy. That's a common trend. That's a common trend. But yeah, then Ryan Blaney's wreck during I think it was duel number two.
Yep.
Apparently the G's that he hit that wall was harder than when he hit the summer before.
Yeah,
I
I
was
heard
like,
about
what?
that. Yeah, I
I
heard
was like,
about that.
what the hell?
Yep.
Blaney, Daytona, not a good place. Not
Not
a
a
good
good place.
place.
But yeah, I mean, William Byron won that race. I mean, I still think it was controversial ending because I think that we should have had another restart. But,
Mhm.
but you know, Bowman should have won that race at the end. But hey, I mean, the Daytona 500 winner was a Hendrick driver at the end.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it was a great race. I was there, so I'm going to be a little bit more biased about it because
Hmm.
NASCAR did a whole good thing planning around it. They put the Xfinity race in the morning, and then they were going to do the Cup race later, but then it was still raining. They pushed Xfinity to after, but then they allowed anybody that was there that didn't have an Xfinity ticket to watch the Xfinity race.
Yeah, because most of
So
the people basically would have the passes already for both races anyways, so it makes sense.
I didn't, but hey, it worked for me. I got into the Trioval Club for free.
Hey, there you go. See, there you go. But yeah, William Byron wins race number one. To start off the year. I mean, it looked like it was gonna be because the second race was also a Chevy driver, Daniel Suarez winning on a super speedway, even it's a mile and a half, but it's still super speedway now.
Oh
That was a
yeah.
three wide finish, bro. That was like a crazy photo finish. I'm like, bro, I'm like, are we gonna have Kyle Busch winning on at Atlanta again? Like, that's what I thought. I thought he had won that race, and I thought also Blaney had won the race though too. So it's like,
Oh yeah, it was literally Daytona into Atlanta, perfect start of the season. Like I
mhm.
would literally say 9 out of 10. Austin Cindric sending it 4 fucking wide. No, it was 5 wide. It was
Five
five
wide,
wide.
5 wide at Atlanta. I was like, okay, that you love to
Cindric,
see this.
I thought Cindric had it. I
Mhm.
literally thought Cindric had that race. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm a big Cindric guy, so biased. But two great races to start the season already. Two great, perfect starts.
Yeah, definitely. I remember everybody was still a little bit concerned though because Chevy did not do any upgrades as far as like the car.
Yeah, no.
And going on to race three as well, Kyle Larson wins again as Vegas. That is his. After he retires, you have to name Las Vegas the Kyle Larson Motor Speedway.
Not really, because Jimmy Johnson still has the most wins there, but there's a chance Larson will. But that was another great race. I'm not even going to lie to you. That was another one.
Hmm.
That was the race. What happened? Somebody lost a wheel and they threw a red flag or
Yep,
something.
I remember that. And then towards the end, Reddick was chasing him down.
Oh yeah, because it was Bell the year before in the round of eight, and then
Hmm.
Reddick started chasing him down because I remember Larson slowed. I'm like, you better hold this. You better
You
have
better
this,
hold
dude.
this. I was like, you better hold this, bro. Like, I need you like to hold this like right now, bro.
And it was entertaining. It was an entertaining race. It wasn't to the caliber of Atlanta or Daytona, but it kept me on my toes and kept me watching.
Yeah,
Didn't
definitely.
bore me
Like
at all.
that was like one of the races. Yeah, it was like literally like a good minute. Like even like Phoenix one was actually pretty entertaining, to be honest with you.
I hate Phoenix, so I
I
snooze
do
fest through
too.
that.
Trust me. I know. I do too. Trust me. I know. I know. It can't be a snooze fest. I'd rather take a nap sometimes.
Yeah, just
And Christopher Bell ended up winning that race. I'm like, oh, he got the edge already. He already has the edge here.
yep.
That was my first thought, honestly. And the same thing
There's
with Ryan Blaney because Ryan Blaney finished in fifth that day too. So
did we transition to Phoenix already?
the first Phoenix won, not Phoenix
Okay, okay.
two.
I didn't know we switched over to it yet. Sorry, my bad, my
You're
bad.
good. You're good.
But
You
yeah,
had another take about Vegas or Vegas or
no, that was
okay,
about it.
okay,
That was about it. I
okay.
didn't know we went over to Phoenix because you went to Phoenix, and I was like, oh wait, why we're going to Phoenix? I didn't know Phoenix was next. That's how much of a snooze fest it was for me.
Yeah, Phoenix won. I mean, it wasn't that much of a. There was a lot of wrecks though towards the end though.
Yeah, there was.
It was again like I was looking at like I just noticed that just pointing things out there like because I remember Blaney was off to a hot start too, even though he didn't have a
Mhm.
win yet. He was off to a hot start because Fords were not doing good. I don't know what happened, but
That was race number 4. I'm actually curious when we actually see the first Ford win because this is all Toyota and Chevy the first half of the year.
yeah, the first four. See, yeah, the first four was Chevy. And speaking about the next week, the fifth race, the tire wear challenge. Whose tires are gonna keep more towards the end of the race? Because Goodyear actually had to add an extra tire throughout the race because Goodyear doesn't add an extra tire for nobody throughout the
No,
race. They
no.
knew the fall off was so bad that they had to add an extra tire to that race track.
And I think that was the turn around for short tracks this year.
Yeah,
Phoenix was
definitely.
kind of like I said, snooze fest. Phoenix won. Bristol with the tire wear. I think that was the high turnaround of the season for short tracks. I'm not even
Yeah,
going to lie to you
definitely.
because we haven't had a bad short track after that. Not going to lie
No,
because
not
that
at
was a
all.
new
Nope.
tire they were trying. It weared and it made it entertaining. Like, oh my gosh, whose tires last the longest? And of course it was Hamlin, but hey, he beat my favorite driver again.
Yeah, yeah. Like it was like he finished. Yeah, only five drivers. The funny part is only five drivers finished on the lead lap that race.
That's a fucking insane. That has to be a record.
Literally, he finished on the lead lap. Martin Truex Jr. second, Brad third, Bowman
Oh,
fourth, and Larson fifth.
I remember that because everybody was so slow, but I'm pretty sure somebody pitted early and it was on strategy. And I think that's how Hamlin got a lot of those guys a lap down because
Yeah.
everybody went in for another set to
Yep.
think it was going to do something, but it didn't.
Yeah, because I think the tire got better throughout the later, but it was already too late because I think the temperature was starting to cool off. That's probably why the tire
Yeah.
got better.
And
That's what I
that
think it
was
was.
that's the first time in a couple years I've actually seen rubber laid down on a
Mm-hmm.
track.
Yep.
That was really good.
But that one driver, I can't remember who it was, but that one driver that made everybody go lap to get a lap down, basically, it was just like that follow the leader type.
Yeah, because wasn't Barry in the lead for a while too?
Yeah,
I'm
he
pretty
was.
positive.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, gotta love the tire gate race.
Yeah, literally, like I mean, me and people were not happy about it. I'm like, whatever. Like
Mhm.
literally, I'm like, whatever. I didn't have an issue with it. The
Yeah.
fact that you had people had to be on their that was another thing. Have teams on their toes. That's another good. We needed that too. So
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely.
yeah, yeah. And then we had so then we now we're going on to the first road course. Um, my favorite road course actually, the Circuit of the Americas. I love Coda, bro. Coda's the best in my opinion.
I I'm just not big on road courses. I'm really not.
I
So
get it.
from
It's not for everybody.
the here's the problem with the next gen car. Statistically, the last couple years, not good on road courses. There's no passing, not good on short tracks. I don't want to watch somebody freight train and just take off. That is what they were trying to prevent with this car, but they're doing that on short tracks and on the road courses.
Yep.
Byron led almost the whole race, and I think what was it, Reddick was behind him,
Yep.
finished second.
Yeah, no, Bell was chasing him throughout the race,
Oh,
but
it
Bell
was
had a
Bell.
penalty that kind of like, and that thing with Kyle Busch kind of like slowed him down too.
Oh yeah, I remember all of that. My buddy was actually there. He said he had a great time.
Yeah, it was a fun race for a road course. I had this thing you said freight train. I had this like train of thought. I don't know if you ever watched Thomas the Tank Engine. When Gordy goes, I'd be like freight train, and I was just thinking of that right now. But going back to it, bro, like at that time we already had William Byron and Denny Hamlin with 2 wins.
Yeah.
And then going into race number 7, which was the first Richmond won. That was Richmond won was a snooze fest. That was like, bro, I fucking hate this track. Like, I hate this track so much. Like, that
Are you
was like
sure about that?
that
Are
was
you sure about
when
that?
Denny won.
Richmond
Richmond
won.
won for me was boring.
It was an awesome race. It was supposed to be a middle of the day race, but the rain pushed it back, and then they were running the
No,
wet
they
tire.
made a no. They did that because they did not do that. No, 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 no. They did
Then
that
what
because
happened?
they wanted to make a night race. That's why.
Wasn't it raining all day? Because they ran on the wet tires
No, they
for
did not
like the
run. No, that was New Hampshire.
I
Richmond was a night race. I think it was What was not Easter? Was it Easter? No, when was Easter last year? No, it was. There was a race that we had. Yeah, it was early. Yeah, that was that Saturday Sunday that they wanted to make it super late. I remember that race.
Because I thought it was rain delayed.
Nah,
Because I remember, I'm pretty sure I think they did do something with the wet tires that race.
nope, that was not Richmond one. And if we talk about Richmond too, that was the soft tire.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm pretty sure they did something. Oh, no, 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 no. They ran on the slicks and the track was still wet and they had them running slow. Because I remember there was a rain problem with that race.
Was it, bro? I have to check that, bro. I have to get back to you on that because I don't
Because
remember
it
me.
was, that's why I stared at the camera because I was like, they did something crazy and they were running in the rain, or not in the rain, not like New Hampshire, but like in general, like they were running on a wet track, I'm pretty sure.
I'm
Like
trying
they
to
were
find
going,
it, but I don't know. They had their start time was at 7. Yeah, their start time was at 7.
I'm pretty sure it was raining all day. I know there was rain was an issue during that race because that was, I remember rewatching it the next day and it was awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Let me try to find it. I don't see anything as far as rain delay. That's how I remember me. It
I
was
think there was,
delayed for 16 minutes, and then they were on slick tires for 40 for a little bit. That's
because
what it was.
I know it was still damp and they were racing real good on the damp tires or on the
It
damp
was only
track.
delayed by 16 minutes.
You know what? It was still rain delayed.
Yeah, but no,
I
I mean, I thought I was like, I had to go check. I was like, I don't know. That's how long and short it was. I don't really even remember it.
Yeah, I just know I think they ran on a damp track because I remember
Yeah,
Larson
because
had an issue because
it was raining for a little bit. It wasn't raining as much.
yeah, yeah, and then because I remember Bubba and Larson got into it and they spun each other in the towards the end of the race
Yes,
because Larson was
yes.
doing really good. Sorry about that. I thought
I
it was
was
a lot
sad.
longer than
I was sad. No, I was sad because Denny Hamlin won, but it was still boring to me. That was one of the snooze fest.
that. It
I
was
think I remember I said in the chat we really waited to watch a late race to see a Denny Hamlin win.
and night races are weird for me, just so you
Mm-hmm.
know, because they were on Sundays and I go to
Yep.
sleep early, so
Yeah.
I watch them on Monday morning. I already know who won,
Gotcha.
but still, that's normally it. So
Gotcha. And that was Denny Hamlin's only. That was Denny Hamlin's third and final win. Oh no, never mind. He had one more win after that. Never mind. That was the second win of the season because I forgot the clash.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which brings the next week. It was the after the circuit of the no, it was the at Martinsville. That was William Byron's last win of the year.
The
Third
Hendrick
and final year.
the fucking Hendrick 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it. Hendrick 40th. It was a typical Martinsville race, not gonna lie.
That
At
was a
Freight Train.
snooze fest. That was a snooze fest too.
Yes, it was decent snooze fest. I think the only thing cool about it was Hendrick's 40th anniversary, and I think that was probably what made it entertaining a
And
little
they
bit.
finished
But
at 1, 2, 3. Could have been Bowman. Bowman decided, oh no, I'm gonna be in
mm,
the back a little bit. He finished in
no.
eighth, but still, could have had 1, 2, 3, 4. But
Sorry guys, my head hurts again.
which leads to the week after that Chase Elliott breaks that winless streak. Only because there was a late yellow towards the end. And there
Uh,
was a bunch of yellows toward the end. I was like, are they trying to rig this for him or something?
yeah, because I think it was him and Chastain. I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure Chastain. I I think it's Texas. There's nothing really. I mean, nothing really you could say about Texas. The Xfinity race was better,
Mm-hmm.
and he won the Xfinity race too. I'm pretty positive. Or is that no
No,
Charlotte? It was Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Sorry. Same
Sam
design.
Mayer won the Xfinity race by a nose. That was another nose right there with
Oh, another photo finish.
with Ryan Sieg.
Oh,
But yeah, Mickey Mouse stole the. I mean, Chase Elliott stole that win. At Texas. I mean, we were safe from another Denny Hamlin win, but yeah,
yeah, we were.
that
But
was his
last
first
time,
and only win of the season, actually.
yeah, and that was his last win for Hooters in the sport. So that's really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, that's true.
So
That's
nostalgia
true.
looking back on it, still
Basically,
okay race.
speaking of Mickey Mouse wins, Tyler Reddick's freaking Talladega win, bro. Michael McDowell had one job. You had one job. Like literally, you had one job. You could have just not blocked, or you didn't even know how to block at this rate. Because he could have just stayed in line with Brad. They would have won the race. One of them would have won the race, not freaking have Tyler Reddick stealing the race there at the end.
And then Corey LaJoie riding the wall in a different way than Chastain. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
hey, Corey LaJoie's first flip of the year. First.
First. Yeah, first. Yeah, that was Corey LaJoy. Man,
Oh,
I had high
one one
expectations for him.
one last thing. I can't get this picture out of my head. Michael Jordan picking up Tyler Reddick's son, awkwardly walking around with him. It was so awkward, but it was so
No,
sentimental.
the also that I'm like, what the Toyotas were doing in that race. You saw that Toyota wreck when they all wrecked each other. I'm like, what are you doing?
And yes, because Eric Jones screwed up his back during that wreck.
Yeah, because he was
I
being an idiot. No, it was his teammate being an idiot. John Hunter Nemechek.
and that was the last time the Toyotas all pitted together all season.
Literally. I'm
Oh,
like, what are we
which
doing here? And it still wasn't Toyota to win the race. I thought Toyota was out of contention there,
yeah,
but
and that leads into I'm pretty positive Darlington because Eric
Dover.
Jones. Oh, it was Dover. Was it Dover?
Dover. The last Denny Hamlin win at Dover. That was a snooze fest.
The, okay, the battle towards the end with him, I think because Larson was up there too. I'm pretty sure it was like top
Yeah,
three.
Larson finished in second.
Yeah, because Larson had the lead and Denny Hamlin chased him down and passed him, and then Larson was gaining ground, but it just didn't have enough time.
Yeah. It was already late, unfortunately.
And
But
Dover,
but
decent
I
track.
yeah, was I honestly, bro, honestly, if they could put lights, bro, I would like to see Dover at night.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I think Dover's the best short track of the next gen cars that, perform consistently. Decent,
Yeah, I
not
have no
bad.
issues there. Yeah, I have no issues there at all at Dover. Which leads to a rain. That would okay. So you're talking about the race that's supposed to be early and it ended up being a night race because of the rain.
Hmm.
Is the week after Denny Hamlin won Kansas.
Oh, yes. The fucking
The
closest.
point one win, bro. Point one win by Kyle Larson, bro.
And then that led into the controversy. The line's crooked. The line's crooked.
I was like already accepting like Chris. I'm like, oh, we have to see a Chris Buescher win. I'm like, oh, not this again. And then I see the line that says Larson. I'm like, what? Let's
That's
go.
it. Dude, it was freaking awesome. Kansas, banger after banger
Yep.
after banger.
That's the one
Kansas,
of the few tracks that you can go twice a year and say there's no issues in that
and I
racetrack.
think that's the racetrack we were that had the rain delay, and I
Yep.
think they went out with the soft tire.
You
Well,
know
not
why
the
I
soft tire.
remember that? Because Lando Norris won his first career race that day in Miami. That's why I remember that. I was so happy because not Formula One ended because I thought it was going to interfere with Formula One and NASCAR. And then Formula One
Yeah,
ended and the NASCAR started right after.
I remember that. I remember watching that. That was so badass. That was a great race. Great race.
Yep. I'm like, yes, he won. I saw Larson's thing. I'm like, yep, that's it. That's a good day for me.
Yep.
Which leads to the Fordless streak, the Darlington one,
Okay, this is the one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
where Chris Buescher got fucked over again.
I I'm still the only thing I can really remember from that race besides Brad finally getting his first win as an owner with RFK is fucking they're watching Kyle Larson doing communication with him as he's spinning and Cliff Daniels and that fucking audio clip going as he
I
spins
remember
into the
that.
wall.
I was so sad because we got that freaking throwback to Cal. We finally got the Kellogg's throwback scheme,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
then
definitely.
boom, out. It's over.
The best throwback scheme of the fucking year, of the whole race, I'm not even gonna lie. Like that's
Literally.
the best one.
And that
But
happens. They got to bring it back for next year, man. Just one more time. Just give it one more chance.
yeah, Darlington's pavement is aging, which is causing some great racing. And
Hmm.
that Darlington was absolutely awesome.
This is why it's my favorite track. It's
Yep.
literally my favorite track out of the whole entire grid.
Yep.
But yeah, man, Brad breaks. Not only Brad breaks the losing streak, he broke Ford's first win.
Yep. He did. In that Supra slash Mustang, he did.
Yep, literally the super. Yep, literally. And which leads to the All Star race. I mean, I didn't watch it. I just saw Joey won. That's all I
Yep.
saw.
Typical snooze fest. I thought
Yeah.
last year was fucking entertaining as all hell because they were running on the original surface, and Larson had an advantage like the year before because of the trucks,
Mm-hmm.
but this year it
No,
just
he
felt
that
they
same weekend he ran trucks.
yeah, and he won at the first race back at North
Yep.
Wilkesboro, which is cooler than all hell. But this year, the soft tire, the hard tire, I don't think the All-Star race should be a testing ground like that, in my
No,
opinion.
not again. Don't do it again because again, it was still a snooze fest.
Hmm.
Don't get me wrong, though. The soft tire was good, but it was boring at the end. That race was still boring after. That's why I guess why people don't want to see North Wilkesboro. I want to see it as a points race to see how I can give. If I can see it as a points race, I'll give you my
Hmm.
perspective again. We'll get back to that topic, but for the near
Yeah.
future, it's just a normal boring race too. I don't watch
Oh
the All
yeah.
Star race. I don't have. That's a bye week for me.
Exactly.
That's how
Yes.
I feel. The Clash is different because it's the first preseason race, but like we having like a no points race in the middle of the season.
Hmm.
That's different.
Yeah. Just a
Like
day off.
yeah. Which leads to the race that my first race of the year that I went to. The Coke 300. I mean 350.
357, sir. 357.
367. There you go. And then that's when Chase Elliott won that freaking Xfinity race. I'm like, I wanted to just fall to my knees at the nearest the nearest rest stop.
Oh, Jesus.
I was actually rooting for Kyle Busch there, but everybody was booing Kyle Busch that weekend though.
It was a great race for what we watched. I
Hmm.
mean, from what I was watching, Justin Allgaier did a great job in
Yeah,
Kyle
he did.
Larson's ride. Turning this into a Kyle Larson review. But I was also watching the Indy 500, which, I'm
Yeah.
supporting my guy there. I had to. But other than that, every time I turned back, it was just a normal Charlotte race. Felt good, looked good. I'd give it a decent 9 out of 10 on that one. Not even
Yeah,
gonna
it was
lie.
a good race before that rain, but then NASCAR decided we're gonna make you guys wait for two
It's
hours, and then
too damp. It's humid.
I think it was more of a Fox thing. That's why I feel like it's a Fox thing that wanted to pull the plug.
That's
But if
why that's why they don't got it next year too.
they had no more excuses on Prime Video,
Yep. Yep.
and Christopher Bell wins that race, actually.
Which, hey, good for him. I mean, he deserved it. He was tearing it up, not gonna lie.
I was like, bro, that was my so I saw Homestead 2023 that Bell won, and then I went to this race, and then I was like, damn, bro, what is this? I gotta see Bell winning back to back. And then while we're off to Gateway, where Austin Cindric stole the damn win out of
My
Ryan Blaney.
boy, my
I'm like,
boy.
I'm like over fighting. I was like so happy to see. I'm like, see Ryan Blaney win the race, and I was like, Austin Cindric.
Gateway. It was a great race. I think Gateway is different. I know at the beginning there was an issue with the track because where they blew up the thing down the backstretch and everybody was getting all that black stuff all over their
Mm-hmm.
windshield. Not even at the start of the race, but I know we'll get into it for next year. I don't think it should be in the playoffs. Not gonna
For
lie.
Gateway?
Yeah, I don't think it should
No,
be.
I don't think so either. No, no, it's a one off. It's a one
Yeah,
off.
I hope. Make it a night race the next year, following
Yeah,
year. But
definitely.
anyways,
But yeah,
Cindric.
Austin Cindric getting into the playoffs that race, bro. I'm like,
That's
and then I that's why I get why people hate on him so much. I get it that he won a race by leading a lap, but hey, bro,
mhm.
win to win. You got
Yep.
in.
Yep.
I'm a I'm gonna keep it to a minimum as far as his thing. I have a when we get later on throughout the playoffs, I'll give my praises.
Yeah.
But we are leading now to Sonoma, the second road course of the year, with Kyle Larson winning that.
That was about it. Well, Martin Truex
Wow,
Jr. was doing good all race as well, but then Larson stole it away.
10-minute window.
10 minutes? Oh my gosh.
We
We
might
got to
have to do
fly
two
through
though.
these.
We might have to do two.
Okay, that's fine.
Which leads now to the NBC crew, the Iowa Corn 350. Ryan Blaney winning the first race at Iowa in the Cup Series.
Awesome race. I was surprised they had to repave. I didn't know how that repave was going to be up in the upper
Mm-hmm.
echelon of the track. I didn't know how that was going to be. Turned out to be really well. I was really surprised. I want to see Iowa again. I want to see it at night. I think we deserve a longer race. Do you think 350 should be long enough? No.
No, should
There
be a
should
little
be,
bit longer. Maybe 400 miles and we're good.
fuck it, I'd say 500-mile one.
Fuck it. Yeah. But yeah, Ryan Blaney was in the last stint. Actually, Ryan Blaney, yeah, he had older tires. You have to check
Hmm.
these freaking Penske cars, bro, because we're going back on older tires and then they win the race. Because
Hmm.
Byron with fresh tires could not pass Ryan Blaney or can't even get close to Ryan Blaney to save his life.
That was insane. What a finish that race, though.
Speaking of that, guess who had a great race that? He also had a great race too, and nobody talked about. Ricky Stenhouse had a great race that
Oh
too.
yeah, I they brought. Didn't he get involved with Kyle Busch at a run-in before?
All
Because
star.
I know that was All Star, but I think I don't know. I can't remember. I have to remember it 100%. I think he got into it with somebody accidentally and spun him.
I think it was. I don't remember if it was that one though, but I know in the All Star race, him and Kyle Busch got into a little tussle.
Yes.
And yeah, and that was him winning that Ryan Blaney winning that race. And yeah,
Hmm.
again, bro, amazing drive with older
Oh yeah,
tires.
definitely, definitely amazing.
This is the wet weather race that we're gonna talk about now. New Hampshire. NASCAR did an amazing job that weekend to keep that race going with the rain tires.
And it was absolutely awesome. New Hampshire has been a snooze fest for the past
Hmm.
few years with the water on it. I don't want NASCAR to make it a thing to where, oh, let's dampen the track before the race and spray water on it. I don't think they should do that.
No.
But what a job. What a job by saying, fuck it. We brought the rain tires, throw them on. They were doing amazing.
Yeah, definitely. And Christopher Bell literally took advantage of those wet tires and said, "Screw it, I'm gonna still win. This is my racetrack, bro. I
Oh,
belong here."
yeah. I just
Yeah,
won yesterday. I'm going to win again today.
yeah,
So
literally,
what?
literally. That's his home. This is literally his racetrack. Every single
Yeah.
time he's always in the mix. And speaking of the week after, Nashville, when we went one entire hour on restarts.
Oh, I didn't want. I listen when it got rain delayed. I turned it off, went to bed, and I never watched the ending because I saw Logano win. But I heard it was a it was a crapshoot. People were
Yep.
running out of fuel. Logano had the most, had a bigger fuel cell or something.
Check that fuel tank.
Yes, Nashville banger always should be under the lights. Good to
Yep.
see it under the lights again next year.
Yeah, definitely. I want to go there, so hopefully we can go there.
Oh yeah,
Um, the road course at Chicago, which we can never get a full race in Chicago, bro. Like every single year.
I don't
Anyways,
remember.
Alex Bowman won that race,
Hmm.
and he was still on wet tires, while everybody was on dry tires.
Snooze fest.
Yeah, snooze fest. My second favorite racetrack coming up now. This one, Ryan at a Pocono, Ryan Blaney, bro. He was able to win it. I think it was the first driver to win it with the Wood Brothers and Penske.
Yes, okay, now I'm starting to remember because I didn't watch Pocono. I don't know why what I was doing that day that I wasn't watching Pocono because I know I got married at some point.
Denny Hamlin couldn't pass Blaney to save his life. Actually,
Yeah, yeah. I think that was about it. Other than that, I don't really remember Pocono too much. I don't know if
gotcha.
that's where I
That
got the
was
lazy
when
part.
Kyle Busch and Corey LaJoy started with their issues.
Oh my gosh, yes, I remember that because that was on a restart. LaJoy went low and then Kyle went to block or one of the two. I think it was the other way around.
Yep,
LaJoy threw a fucking bad block.
throwing a
Oh,
tantrum per usual.
like always.
But yes, yeah, Ryan Blaney won at Pocono. Finally, it was actually pretty. He's always been pretty decent at Pocono too. So the fact that he's only his
Mm,
second win at Pocono, it's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then Indianapolis. I was telling people the reason why I knew that Kyle Larson was going to win that race, not because of the fact that I mean he did the double, but the fact that he already had time and testing at
Mm,
Indianapolis throughout the entire month of May, we knew he was going to
yep.
win that race. We already know every single inch of that racetrack.
Oh yeah, and he didn't. I think he was on worst tire. No, he had that pitch strategy that kept him up
Yeah, he was
front. He
just
had a
passing
fresher
everybody.
tires, and everybody else was trying to keep their tires good and save their fuel.
1 minute, 1 minute.
Oh, 1 minute,
Let me
1 minute.
pause it. But yeah, going back to Kyle Larson. Yeah, like Kyle Larson already had all the time in the world to be testing at that racetrack. So of course he's gonna win that race.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I mean that with that strategy too, that was awesome. The strategy was absolutely
He was like,
amazing, especially on Larson.
he knew everybody was on their fuel window. That was another thing too. Everybody was on their fuel saving. And Larson said, nah,
Hmm.
I'm just gonna
He's
pass
like,
everybody.
because Cliff Daniels, best crew chief in the world,
Mm-hmm.
best crew chief in the world.
Exactly. Exactly. Literally, he's the best, bro. Like I was telling people, like people were telling me why he couldn't do it with Jimmy. I'm like,
Mhm.
because Jimmy was already done.
Yeah,
Jimmy
I
was
mean,
done.
And it's funny, Larson had all Jimmy's cars in 2021, and Larson
Yep,
won 10 races in all of Jimmy's cars.
exactly.
Gotta
And
love
then
Cliff Daniels.
and then this is gonna now we're gonna talk about but we still so we're gonna finish regular season. Um we to the Cookout 400 at Richmond.
Great race. Great race. Not, I'm not gonna lie, for a Richmond race, that's probably the best Richmond race in years. Austin
Yep.
Dillon made it
Austin did
entertaining
is
for
like,
a
I'm
few.
gonna punch you. I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna punch you to get in. I
Hmm.
mean, he had a great race, bro. That's what people forget. He had an amazing
Yeah,
race.
he was in the top 10
Yep.
all day in the top 10.
And he
And he
stroked
was,
when he had to strike at the right time to get into the lead. If it wasn't for that
mhm.
Ricky Stanhouse, if it wasn't for him and Ryan, bro, why is he trying to fight Ryan Priest? Bro, you're not accomplishing anything by staying on the lead lap or something. It's already 2 laps to go. Like, what's
and
wrong with you?
and nobody could catch him. It's Richmond, nobody can pass. Nobody
Nope.
was gonna catch him.
Nope.
Nobody was gonna catch him. But no, Stenhouse doing Stenhouse things.
That's why I was like, I just should have let this. They would have reviewed the entire race, bro. Austin Dillon was in position to win the entire time, so they should have kept his win because that. And then we bring back the rules for next year. But again, it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to put too much into it, but Michigan, your race that you went to see Tyler Reddick win.
Okay, first day, rain delay. Cool. Okay, went and got a hotel because I knew it was going to be good the next day.
Yep,
Beautiful sun, blue sky, tailwinds. Cars are fucking screaming by faster than ever. Fastest speeds we've seen in the next gen car at 209 going
yep,
into turn one. And then Corey LaJoy, second flip of the year. Second flip of the year on the backstretch at Michigan with Kyle Sieg or Ryan Sieg, whichever one of the Sieg brothers flipped the day before
yep.
in the Bush sorry, Xfinity race.
I know what
But
you're getting there.
what a great they had a Chase Elliott was up front, Kyle Busch was doing good. It was all around just a fantastic Michigan race.
Yeah,
Best Michigan
definitely.
race in years. I think the asphalt's starting to age. People are starting to get grip, starting to get a little slidey out there. But Tyler Reddick, man, he another thing. I'm going to bring this up. Don't know how much time we have, but I'm
I
going to
have
go
a
ahead.
minute, so we got a minute left, so we can move to Daytona in the next video. But go ahead.
Okay, hey, that works. NASCAR, keep the fucking film crew off the fucking track. I almost watched Tyler Reddick smack into the fucking pickup truck.
Preach, preach,
Dude, I like
preach.
he was doing his burnout and he almost smacked that damn pickup truck. Then a guy gets out, starts running. He almost gets hit by the damn car. That is dangerous as all fucking hell. If people want to
Exactly.
give Larson shit for having his kids run out there and get into a hot car, no, NASCAR, no.
No, no, NASCAR, no, no. We'll be right back. We got you a second part of this video. We'll be right
I'm
back.
yeah, I need to cool down.
Welcome, y'all, for part 2 of the video. We're going to give you guys the last 12 races of the regular slash playoffs because a lot of stuff happened.
Yes, quite a bit, especially with this banger of a Daytona race.
I got to see crazy bangers, bro. I can't complain. I can't
I'm not
complain.
I'm not gonna lie, the last two races we were talking about, Michigan and Richmond, like after the break, NASCAR literally had banger and banger, banger,
Yeah.
banger, banger all the way to the rest of the season.
Yeah, I feel like that's 2 week break. Everybody needed a 2 week break.
Yeah, and one thing I do want to bring up, Kyle Busch, man, what a race at Daytona. Like I'm I is it really gonna blur it? But yeah, I'm doing
Yeah.
the zone. I'm doing the zone.
I
Doing the zone, buddy.
think it's the one to see a first place nicotine or something like that.
Yeah. Must be second place because he didn't win this year, but hey.
But yeah, man, bro, I was sitting all the way up because I for Daytona you had to sit up. Like if
Oh
you
yeah,
really want to see
definitely.
the whole race, you had to sit up.
Yeah.
And bro, what a race! I was so sad that Kyle Larson got in that wrecked. I'm like, oh, I'm not like the people next to me are like, I feel for you. I'm like, yeah, yeah, like they're not they're hardcore net fans, but they don't have a
Mhm.
favorite driver, so they felt it for me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean he did so good all race. Stayed up there, got involved in the accident with Cindric on the backstretch.
Yep,
And there's a couple things I want to point out. I this is the first Lee Diffie race, if that's how you pronounce his name. I have no clue what the hell his name,
I'll
how
go
it's
on
pronounced.
Lee. That's it. Yeah,
Leah Diffie. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but whatever. he did a fantastic job. Didn't know how to feel about it. I always knew him from IndyCar,
Hmm.
doing the IndyCar stuff. So I kind of was familiar with his voice, and I didn't know how that would work with this Southern, atmosphere, this old school NASCAR mentality. But it
Yep.
turned out really good. He had great calls. Colleague, Shane Van Gisbergen, motor expired. The most smoke I've seen out of a blown engine for.
What about the Amigos car at the freaking pits? Because somebody in front of him was smoking too, and he was, Denny Hamlin,
Yeah. Hmm.
the Coke family, basically. The Coke family got caught with their Coke.
Well, I mean, what a race, man. I mean,
Yeah, it
I'm
was.
sorry. I got to point out Steve Letarte. Michael McDowell, he's in the center of every wreck at the big tracks for some
That
reason.
is, I don't know what it is. It was the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, he got loose, got up the track, went up almost into the catch fence. I
Yep,
was like, holy hell. And then Steve Letarte had to say something that right then they've just put on the cars because, Corey LaJoie flipped last week. It helped Michael McDowell stay on the ground.
yep.
And 10 laps later, we see Josh Berry spinning, flipping. And I'm going to be honest with you, that impact, watching it on TV was insane. I know you were there, but you're watching the car go straight
I
nose
was
first in the
like
wall.
reverse because I saw it last year again, bro. I saw it with
Mhm.
last year. The flip, the because I was at turn four.
Yeah.
The flip and flip and flip. I'm like, oh my god. I was like so like hoping that Ryan Priest was okay. I'm like, oh, I was thinking
Mhm.
about his family there for a minute. So the
Yeah.
fact that it happened to Josh Berry too, I was like, not again,
Uh,
bro. Like, why are we doing this again?
it was so bad. Like I don't know if you were like in the group 100% at that point in time, but I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Evan, the other Larson fan in the group, Evan.
Yeah, so they talk about Evan, yeah.
He said, "What the fuck did I just watch?" And we all
Exactly.
thought he was dead after he hit that wall.
Evan? Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
uh, and basically when he was upside down and he hit that wall, knowing he's getting hung by his belt is insane to
Oh
me. Insane,
no, man,
insane.
it's just like no, I was not in the chat because I remember hearing Will was complaining about the power going out.
Although that was the year before.
Yeah, the year before it was not in
That
the
was.
chat.
Oh my gosh. So when we started that chat, Will, like literally we're coming to the end of the race. This big ass flip hits. And he's like, bro, my power just went fucking out. I'm sitting here with a flashlight. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. But that's why I have my iPad charged. Fucking love Will, man.
Shout out to
But
Will, bro. That meme was the goat, bro. He's the goat in that chat.
oh my gosh, yes, he is. Either way, Lee Diffie calling a fucking banger into a banger race, his first race in. Kudos to Kyle Busch being up there doing it, but I mean, Parker Reslov,
Bro,
however,
he was not even in the Chevy meetings prior to that race. He was already booted out.
yeah, he was just pushing. He don't give a shit. He's racing too. I mean, that's the
He's
best finish that team's ever seen.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like he didn't even have to take for it. He was taking for Beard Motorsports because he was racing for Beard Motorsports that day. I don't care who was gonna put in front of him, but he was racing for Beard.
Oh
He
yeah,
was not
definitely.
racing for Chevrolet. He was not racing for you. He was not racing for me. He's racing for Beard Motorsports, who has
Oh,
one full-time employee.
is that the owner?
Hey man, if they're hiring, I'll be a I'll be a part-time employee.
Yeah, I'll change tires. I don't care. Call me
Yeah,
Guido. He'd stop.
pit stop.
Then after Daytona, we go to the banger ass race of the regular season finale, Darlington,
I got to see another banger.
2 weeks in a row.
Well,
You lucky
before that, I
bastard.
was gonna say my catchphrase before we moved to Darlington. Do you believe in miracles? Harrison Burton wins at Daytona.
I just want to point out Jeff Burton, if he didn't like time it perfect, I think he was punching Lee right in the face. Not even gonna lie, in the booth.
Jeff, your baby boy has won Daytona.
Oh, I mean, we got saved from another Rick Allen call to a finish, which he has intensity, but he wouldn't have came up with a line like that.
Yeah.
He was literally talking Harrison Burton all the way down the backstretch, all the way around turn
I'm like, how
four.
does he have the script already, bro? Because like
NASCAR.
when I was watching the video, I was like, "Here comes the driver out of Huntersville, North Carolina." I was like, "Does he have the script?" I'm like, "Does he have the script? Let me know. Let me know if he have the script."
That is insane. Insane way to finish Daytona.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
definitely.
moved
Now we can
so
move up to
far.
Darlington. I forgot to say
I'm
my catchphrase. I almost forgot though.
Darlington, another banger. Great race starting out. Larson, what, led 240 something laps?
Oh yeah, I was like, we're gonna see the Larson show. Like finally, I don't know, he's gonna win the regular season. It's gonna be his day, and caution comes out.
Yep. Stacked everybody back up. Kyle Busch could not chase down Chase Briscoe
Chase
whatsoever.
Briscoe made that 3 wide before the caution came out again. That was the winning race move that he had to do. Three
Oh
wide
yeah.
at Darlington. That never happens before.
Oh yeah. And it was basically a repeat of 2020 Xfinity.
Yeah.
100%. What a great way. I mean, look at the bright side this time. It didn't have negative effects of what happened, back then, but Chase got the final win in Tony Stewart's car that Tony Stewart raced however many years ago. That was an amazing race,
To
amazing
have
finish.
SHR winning a race before they closed doors, man. Like I fell for that team, bro, because I like Cole Custer. I like some of the drivers there. I like Cole Custer. I like Riley Herbst, Grax, and I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna have a nice little team in the future, and then they close them down.
Yeah.
It's sad, man. It's sad. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised that SHR closed down, bro, because the fact that we could have maintained a 4 car team and lose a lot of sponsorships.
Oh yeah, no way. No way. They would have to cut somebody, and I think that person they would have probably cut out would have been Ryan Preece, not gonna lie. But I
Mm-hmm.
don't think Haas would have let that one go because that 41 car is his car.
Yeah.
So they would have to move probably
I
Gregson
think it
over.
was more
But
Tony that ran out of money, bro. It wasn't Gene. Because Gene has money for he has money for days, bro.
I think Tony more or less got out of it because he's got a kid coming. He's more
Mm-hmm.
focused on drag racing. He's racing drag racing for crying out loud right now. So I think his priorities are somewhere else. Even he stated on one of Junior's podcasts or just in a meeting he doesn't like the direction NASCAR is going, so he got out of it, which
Yeah.
I can agree with. I can. I think NASCAR is not going in the right direction. The fans want it to go one way. You want it to go a certain way. I want it
Yeah.
to go a different way than you because you are a
This
big
is why you
NAS.
have 2 owners that are fighting to, try to keep, what they got to say in NASCAR, which I get it.
Yeah, and I hope they win. I
I
hope
haven't
they
got
win.
my care package yet from SHR, by the way. I took advantage of their 50% off sale. Bad
You haven't got
investment
it
on
yet.
mine. But yeah. But anyways, yeah, Darlington, man. Yeah, Chase Briscoe winning for SHR for the last time, bro. To get him into the playoffs, that was clutch.
Yes, very clutch. And then we go right into Atlanta.
Let's go to the playoffs. I wonder what happened in the first race. Oh man,
I'm out on this one.
I was on suicide watch.
Oh, Larson early in the race gets fucking caught up. It was him and Briscoe for crying out loud.
Yep,
Two playoff drivers.
yep.
Holy hell. And did they ever say what happened to Larson's car?
Larson something broke, and then just broke and made him spun out, and then Briscoe's at the wrong place at the wrong time. But again, it's
Uh,
that super speedway luck that Kyle Larson has.
oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. I love the new Atlanta. I will say I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to have other big tracks with high banks. They were adding more road courses. We needed this. And they're not going to go out and build a 2.5 mile fucking super speedway. They ain't going to. So, best way to do it was get rid of Atlanta and make it new. And I mean, it did great,
I
but
thought Cinder was
that's,
going to win that race or Ryan Blaney, bro. I knew it was going to be a Penske, but I didn't think it was going to be Joey Logano, bro.
yeah, Joe Logano didn't do much besides win Nashville. Well, he won the All-Star race, but that doesn't count.
That
But
doesn't count. We don't
I
count that.
he won fucking Atlanta, the first one. Hello, round of 12.
He was there blocking for everybody as he should. That's again, Penske are very good at being together as far as like a 3 car team fighting in the super speedways, which is going to be next year. Josh Berry is going to might be that good fourth pusher because they always push with the 4 cars. So
Oh yeah.
they're
Oh yeah,
missing that
definitely.
too. So they would take it that fourth driver in line with them. Then, they're going to make some hay next year in super speedways.
Yeah. Or everybody can just knock out the Penske cars. Aim for the
Poor
Penske
Daniel
cars.
Suarez, bro. He was this close to winning it again, bro.
Oh my gosh. Yes, he was. Oh my.
That would have been insane if Daniel Suarez would have been like going into the next round. I actually had him eliminated, which is crazy. He didn't get eliminated that round, but yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, Joey Logano wins the first race of the playoffs
Hmm.
to lock himself in, and this is where I'm gonna tell everybody how why you're so mad that your driver didn't make it to the next round when you could have taken advantage of drivers that aren't in the playoffs, win the race. We're
Yeah.
talking about Watkins Glen here. All the playoff drivers were basically screwed throughout round one, basically.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Shane Van Gisbergen, Christopher Busher. Sorry, let me go ahead and say it the way Tyler Purnell does it. Mr. Busher. I'm glad he got his win. He needed that all year.
hmm
What a hell of a fight towards the end, and another fantastic call by Lee Diffie.
Yeah, that was a great
I
race, bro. And he didn't even see SPG mad. He was
Yeah.
like, I fucked up. It was my fault there. It wasn't even
Oh
his fault.
yeah. Let's talk about fucking William Byron going airborne. He didn't flip or anything, but
Yeah.
hell, he got up underneath
Yep.
Brad Keselowski, and then all the safety cars are rolling up to help him get out. Next thing you know, Brad backs out, the 24 car falls, and they both just drive off
I
like
was
nothing
just
happened.
mad that they let Ryan Blaney out after lap one. Like that was BS, bro. That was BS by NASCAR.
That was, yeah, because they had that, what was it, that first lap crash or second lap in
Yeah.
the, what was it, the
His
bus
car
stop
couldn't make it
area.
better. They would have given him a little push, but they didn't want to give him a push.
No, no. I mean, it comes down to NASCAR needs to figure something out with these next gen
hmm
cars. I know they said some teams have opted for the suspension to lift the cars up
hmm
a little bit to get them to drive, but that's another issue. They even said not a lot of the teams are going for this option because it costs a lot of money to do.
Yep.
So why you're providing the car, NASCAR? You guys are providing this
Yeah,
car,
exactly.
pro provide all the updates.
hmm
I feel bad for Blaney. I mean, I felt worse for Joey Logano the
If he
year
would have been
before when he
eliminated
was.
in any of the rounds, I would have said the same number. He would have got eliminated because of that bullshit. I would have been pissed.
Yep, exactly, exactly. Because
Then,
Joey Logano at Pocono the year before. Remember when he was screaming because my tires are flat? Don't hook me up. I'm losing time.
I remember that.
Just push me.
And then we went from that amazing Watkins Glen to a snooze fest that I mean my favorite driver won, our favorite driver won, but it was a snooze fest, bro. Let's be realistic. It was a snooze fest at the end throughout the whole race. Throughout that fight between Ty Gibbs and Daniel Suarez literally hold on. I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
Yeah, because Martin Truex Jr., another pit issue. I think JGR on
That
pit
was not a
road.
pit issue. It
Was
was
it?
not a pit issue. It was a Martin Truex Jr. issue. He sped at in the pits. It
But
was
in
not
general,
the team.
I think they should practice it more.
Yep.
JGR has so many issues going down pit road, whether
Yep.
it be the driver or the actual pit crew
Yep.
itself.
For
That's
once,
just me.
Jamie Smalls was spared.
Yeah, I remember. I think you said that, or
Yeah.
Jake said that. I can't remember. Somebody said that in the damn group. But I mean, I think it was more of a snooze fest because everybody's like, "Oh, we're bringing the same tire to Bristol. We're gonna have the same outcome," and then we go in and it's running like normal,
Yeah,
normal
literally
tire.
normal. Yep. Yep.
I mean,
Larson dominated that race from head to toe. Bubba had a great race too. Doesn't think Bubba had a great consistent season all year long, man.
oh yeah, oh yeah, he would have been in the playoffs if it was called the chase.
Oh yeah.
And then that was the elimination. So that etched Harrison Burton to a permanent 16-point finish, even though he was
yeah.
technically last in points for the whole
Yeah.
freaking season.
Yeah, he was out. I think he was out. Briscoe was out. Ty Gibbs was out, and Martin Truex Jr. was out.
Yep.
And then
It
now we're
was
moving on to Kansas. Kansas too, another banger, bro.
another first round out for Larson. I mean, Larson rebounded,
hmm
but at early issue again, the first race of the round,
But it
another
goes back
issue.
again that you had drivers not in the playoffs, not trying still. Because
They
Ross
were
Chastain won that race, by the way.
Yes, with that Kubota. I remember that because they had that stupid hippo meme and Trackhouse was doing it, and all of a sudden he won. I'm like, they're like, oh yeah, Moodang's in victory lane. They photoshopped that little hippo next to him,
Yeah.
and he's like holding the fucking watermelon. But it was great. Ross Chastain, I think, had an off season this past season,
Yeah.
but that showed that Trackhouse is still there. They are still there. I think they're going to be a big threat next
It's
year.
funny that they've already got RCR equipment and they were the only team. No, no, my bad. I forgot. Dylan won. But they have more wins than RCR.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they got a lot of work to do, but I think they'll be fine, bro. They'll be fine next year.
Yeah.
Which brings
Kansas.
in our next race at Talladega, where everybody and their mother's wrecked.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
made that catchphrase because everybody wrecked, basically.
I was pissed off. So I got up, my dryer stopped working. I had to go get parts.
Mm-hmm.
I come back, I sit down, and I looked on my phone and I missed the 8 minutes of Ford four wide action around that
Four,
damn
yeah,
track.
4-1 at Talladega. I was like, what? I'm like, please don't wreck, please don't wreck, please don't wreck.
8 minutes of that. They don't wreck. But then I don't know what happened. I think it was another bad Brad Keselowski move. Cindric gets caught up. The
Mm-hmm.
race winner actually got hit in that fucking wreck, just like a little
Yep.
part of him. But I mean, what a
Alex
race.
Bowman fucked up too because he took out Blaney too.
Oh my, I missed that. I missed that because I came back and I heard Blaney was out and I was like, what?
Yeah, he was out. Yeah, he was out because of that. And then Cindric, bro, I'm telling you, bro, the round of eight would have looked so much different if it wasn't for that wreck because Cindric look who's gonna get into the next round too.
Yeah, I think he was good on points.
Yes, he was.
I think
Yeah,
he was, yeah, he was great on points. And then he had another great week at the next race. I can't remember what
at the
race that was
Roval.
next. Yes.
Yes, but
He-
unfortunately, it wasn't good enough because of what happened. That DNF at Dega killed him.
Yep, that really killed him. I mean, Kyle Larson, super speedway luck disappeared for
He
once.
finally finished in fifth.
Oh
No,
my
he finished
gosh.
in fourth. He finished in fourth.
Yeah.
More
He
importantly, he finished in the top 10, a top five, and he got stage points, stage one and stage two.
and another thing, because it goes into the race manipulation process. Somebody, I forget who was behind Keselowski. I think it was Larson was behind
Larson.
Keselowski, and they said do not push the six car because Chevy was in front. Which okay, cool. Brad Keselowski going into three had every opportunity to get up there and block that
Mm-hmm.
run. Larson would have not caught him in one. There was too much of a gap right there, but Keselowski
But
didn't
there's
do
no
it.
race manipulation in super speedways, though. That's what people don't understand. You can't do that in super speedways because everybody's in a wreck.
Exactly, exactly.
You want so like you want the field to wreck to prove that it's not race manipulation. But at the end of the day, Ricky had. I always use the Pat McAfee
Spinhouse.
phrase, Ricky Stenhouse, but Ricky Stenhouse had help from the Chevrolets at the end of the day, and he was able to get that win.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
I was
And
rooting
that
for Ricky
was
there. No, no, no lie. I was rooting for Ricky there.
Oh yeah, definitely with him being up there. I mean, he was pretty good all season. He got Kroger their last win most likely because
Mm-hmm.
they're bringing Ryan Preece over to RFK. Announcement will be
Yeah.
confirmed tomorrow, hopefully. But
I don't
I
know.
don't
JT
see.
Doherty's in it. I don't think they ever sustained that long, man, because
I,
Kroger's out. All those groceries
everything
sponsorships
that
are out.
because Country Crock, all the big ones tied.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember all the other ones. All those are just underneath the Kroger banner.
Yep.
So,
The pomelo, the soap.
oh my gosh, Irish
Yeah,
Springs.
they're not. Yeah, they won't be able to sustain that. Like, I
I
don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen next year, but we'll see what it goes.
Hey, flash thought real quick. Flash thought. So JTG sells their charter. Who do you think gets it at the end of next year?
Paul, it won't be a Spire car. It can't be Spire. It can't be Trackhouse because they already have three. Um, oof, that's a good one actually. Maybe calling. I doubt it. I doubt it.
Yeah,
Let
I
me
hope
stop.
somebody new comes in the store.
Yeah.
All right,
Junior
on to the
Motorsports, baby. Junior Motorsports.
Budweiser 8's back, baby.
So it brings to the Roval. The Roval where Kyle Larson wins again. Another
Oh yeah.
elimination race. Which sends Joey Logano. Joey Logano. Who got sent home that weekend? My bad. Oh, I gotta look real quick. Hold on. It was
Um,
Joey Logano, Austin Cindric, Daniel Suarez,
and Bowman or no,
and
Bowman was
Bowman. No, not Bowman didn't get eliminated. Oh my god, who was the other playoff driver that got eliminated, bro? It was Cindric, Suarez. Oh my God, I forgot, bro. How did I forget this?
I should remember this.
I know that's how
Was
I
it
trying to forget.
Briscoe?
Briscoe got eliminated in the round of 12, round of 16. Who was eliminated? I'm
I
looking at it
can't.
right now. Give us 2 seconds, peeps. My bad.
Yeah, give him 2 seconds. But anyway, how you guys doing today? Hope you guys are doing well. He's scrolling because we can't remember. I mean, he must not be that good because we can't remember.
Okay, so it was Logano falls through and is eliminated. Um, oh my God, no, Briscoe made it to the round of 12. My bad.
Yeah, that's what
Oops.
I thought.
I
I
forgot.
didn't.
I thought he got eliminated in the round of six. No, because it was Burton that got eliminated in the round of 16. Oops.
Yeah, we forget about Burton.
But it was Briscoe, Suarez, Cindric, and Alex Bowman. Joey Logano got eliminated in the round of 12, going into here at the Roval. Yeah, Joey Logano got eliminated. And then now we're going into the round of 8. Joey Logano gets into the round of 8 because Alex Bowman gets disqualified. I'm like, how does this happen? Like, and they didn't even appeal it.
Well, they didn't have no time to appeal it, from what I was
I
told.
mean,
Like,
from what I was told, they were able to get the instant replays as far as like supposedly Bowman had hit something in the car throughout one of the curves that probably made the weight look less.
yeah, because I think it was off of. Actually, I think it was Harrison Burton's car. The camera, you could see him go like 4 tires off the ground over the curb. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
what do they call it? A chicane or something stupid
Chicane.
like
Yeah, the
they
chicane. There you
coming.
go.
Hmm.
I
I'm
said yeah,
not good with this
chicane.
road race. I'm not good with this road
I
racing
can see
topics.
that. Honestly, I like road racing with the F1, but I like it more on a stock. I don't know why I feel like on a stock car is more cooler than a Formula One car. That's just me.
Oh, it is. It is. It's beautiful. I love stock cars. Like you
So
put.
go ahead.
Oh, it was nothing. It was nothing. I lost my train of thought.
Anyways,
ADHD's getting
Alex
to me.
Bowman ended up the one that got eliminated. See, we had to do like a little tricky for you guys before you guys start
Yeah.
killing us in the comments that, oh, wait, but it was Bowman. Yeah, wait, we had to wait to a second. But yes, you give Joey Logano another chance to get into the next
Hmm.
round. You gave him another chance. You gave him another life like a cat. That's like 9 lives, but Joey Logano has 10 lives. And then we moving on to the Southern Point 400 Las Vegas that Joey Logano wins on a strategy.
Check these damn Ford's fuel fucking cells. That's all I'm gonna say.
Not
Check.
only he did not pit because he was the only driver that no Suarez didn't pit either. Actually, he didn't pit either. He ended up finishing the top 10. Same thing with John Hunter Nemechek.
Yeah, because they
Solid
all finished
drive.
up there.
Solid
Christopher.
drive. But
Hmm. And Christopher Bell was reeling Logano in, but manipulation. Let's talk about Ryan Blaney being however many laps down, catching up and getting the draft for Logano, and then pushing Logano on fresh tires. Ryan Blaney's not in the equation. Bell wins that race. That's all
yep.
I'm going to say.
Yeah, he definitely would catch him down. But again, it goes to teamwork.
Hmm.
But again, it's not really manipulation when you have your own teammate block. That's what I think. I think that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it. I just
It's
say
not. It's
manipulation.
not like Brad, or it's not like Brad, or like Yeah, it's not like Brad or Busher that's decided to push for Joey Logano. It was
No, yeah.
Ryan Blaney, his own teammate, pushing for him.
I mean, if it was Harrison Burton, would you think any different if it was Harrison
Technically, there's a
Burton?
Penske. That's a Penske car.
So that goes into
Yeah, that goes
we'll
into
get
the
to the
Penske.
Martinsville. We'll get to
Yeah,
Martinsville because I got a counter argument to that.
yeah, we got yeah. But yeah, Ryan Blaney was pushing Joey Logano to the point that he was able to stay on and actually win the race. You could hear the radio of Christopher Bell's frustration on losing there that race. It,
Oh yes.
I feel
And
bad.
he's a cool cat. He's a cool
Yeah,
cat. He's never that angry, but that was bad. He was angry.
he was super pissed, bro. He was super
Mm,
pissed. I don't blame him, but at the end of the day, you have to win, bro. You
yeah,
can
yeah.
blame. You can again. You don't give this man another chance. You don't
Hmm.
give Joey Logano another chance. You got to make sure if he's dead, he's dead. Like kill him.
Yeah.
Because if you don't kill him, if you give him another chance, he's gonna try to win the whole thing. So
Ugh, even year, even year.
Even your curse, bro. Blame it
At
on
least
me. You can blame it on me. You can blame the system. You can blame NASCAR. You can blame Penske for winning. But Joey Logano, even year, bro. That curse is real. Anyways, let's move on to my favorite track. Well, not my favorite track. My home track, Homestead Miami Speedway. Kyle Larson again, bro. What could go wrong will go wrong in for this man, in this playoffs in general.
banger after
It was a
banger.
banger though.
It was a hell of a race. Larson spun out early. I think it was due to a cut tire. Rebound back, was fighting with Blaney for the lead, and then ended up spinning himself out.
No, he didn't spin
But
himself out because Austin Dillon was in the freaking way. Get out
I
of the way, bozo.
I think, me personally, I think Larson, being a Larson fan, I think he done it to himself because he saw the three taking the high line. He
Mhm.
could easily slow down, but yes, why are you going to let up? Why are you going to let up when you're
Yeah.
fighting for a win to guarantee yourself into the next
Hmm.
round? But at the end of the day, you know how these cars are. He spun at Michigan due to aerodynamics. He
Yep, I
spun at
remember that.
Michigan. That's exactly what happened there. Like, I
That
don't
would have been
think
like
there
the
was.
comeback story of the year. Him
Mhm.
so many times he put this man down and he just wins at Homestead.
Yep, and then what? I think the yellow came out, everybody
Yep.
pitted, and then that's exactly what Reddick needed.
And that pit stop was so bad too for Larson. Not Larson though. There was a car,
Yeah.
Busher's car was there at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Hmm. And I
That
know there was
slowed
another
down.
part. There was another part with his pit stop that was slow, and that was because they had to close that bottom flat because when
Hmm.
the top one comes up, there's a bottom one that comes down, and they had to smack this one back closed to help aerodynamics, of course.
Now I knew Tyler Reddick was going to win there because I already knew that Tyler Reddick, bro, he was leading with on the 10. He had a 10-second gap lead with
Hmm.
older tires on that freaking race itself.
Yeah, if the caution doesn't happen, damn. If the
Yeah,
caution
if the
doesn't
caution
happen,
didn't happen, it would have been either Blaney or Larson that would have won that race.
mhm. But Blaney was upset. Blaney was really visually upset, but coming into the track he won at last year, Martinsville. I would say
Yeah,
best
that last
Martinsville.
pass, bro. Oh, I forgot to mention that. We forgot to mention that. Sorry. That last pass
Oh,
by
yes.
Tyler Reddick. Bro, not even on the last lap, on the last turn. I recorded it, by the way. I had that whole entire thing on video the last lap. Because that's how good of a race that race was, bro.
That was absolutely stunning to me. Absolutely stunning. Blaney was trying to block Hamlin. Here comes Reddick. Why'd you guys leave the top open knowing Reddick's back there? And Reddick's been slamming the wall all day, running it fast. What a hell of a pass.
Mhm.
And Lee Diffie, another amazing call.
I missed another
Another.
one. I saw it. I heard it. I'm like, wow.
What a fucking race, man. What a race.
And let me tell you something. It was 50% of the people's first time at a NASCAR event, according to Mamba Smith.
Wow.
But when they were
Wow,
doing the driver intros.
that is actually really cool that a lot of those people got to experience an actual NASCAR finish, actual NASCAR
Hmm.
race. Bring Homestead back to the
Both,
finale.
yeah. Before we move on to Martinsville, we leave Homestead in a real mirror. They did say that NASCAR is going to take this race serious at March to make sure that we get Homestead back. They're gonna audition it. It's an audition race, so we can get it back for the championship race. So
I hope.
if anybody lives in Florida, whoever wants to go to a racetrack in general, whoever's a NASCAR fan, you want Homestead to come back. I suggest you get on a plane, you come to Miami, you come to Homestead Miami Speedway for March. Let's make that championship race happen.
Bring a tear to my eyes. Now you just need eagles screeching with the American flag behind you. Kevin for president.
Yep. Yep.
Homestead for the finale.
Yep. I'm Kevin Fuentes and I approve this message.
Kevin Allen.
There you go. Let's move on to the race manipulate. I mean, Martinsville.
Manipulationville. That's what we should call it now. Um, what a great race. I'm not even gonna lie. What a
Hmm.
great race. The rubber coming off the cars, making the cars black, laying rubber down, that they're getting the tires on point with these
Yep.
cars. This is, like I said earlier, the short tracks have changed so much this year,
Throughout the
and
season. Yep.
Martinsville, this is the best Martinsville race of the next gen by far. Larson takes off towards the end. He was like, I forget, what was it, like 12 seconds ahead.
Hmm.
Chase Elliott Ryan Blaney, hauling ass. They are on the outs. They are the most points out that they can be fighting. They know they have to win.
Yep.
Larson knows he has to win at this point because Bell got trapped a lap down. I forget exactly what happened. Was it speeding with Bell?
Speeding Bell off, not off the pace. He was off the pace. Again, it goes to the round of eight, but I told you earlier, bro, you cannot have one bad race in the round of eight
Mm-hmm.
because it's not, you're done. It's over.
Yeah, yeah. And I think when like I saw Bubba Wallace like really racing Larson hard, if there was going to be race manipulation due to the Toyotas at that point in time, due to, JGR being the powerhouse to
Mm-hmm.
2311 and stuff like that, I think Bubba Wallace shouldn't have raced Larson that hard, but I understand trying to keep Bell that first person a lap down.
Yeah, but
But
he didn't do what the Chevrolets did now.
no,
He
no.
didn't do what the Chevrolets did now. That's different.
Yeah,
I'm very
well,
disappointed in the Chevrolets in that department.
me personally, I'm more upset with Toyota because Bubba Wallace said he had a tire going down for a couple laps. We can't really prove it because
Where's
we
the
weren't there.
video?
We weren't,
Where's the
yeah,
video?
literally. But
That's the
Bell,
I did get this point. Yes, that was I get where you're coming from now in that department. Yes.
hmm
Granted that I don't know what happened there. They should have checked the replay. Like the fact that he was racing hard, yes, granted, you have to. It's
oh
still at the
yeah,
end of the day you're racing.
yep,
But the
and
fact that, that happened, like I don't know if the tire was actually down. So
yeah, and coming back to the Chevys, just blocking. I mean,
I'm very disappointed, bro.
it didn't look like it. Watching it on TV, it didn't look like they were blocking. It looked like Byron was
No.
trying his hardest,
Mm-hmm.
but they gained up on Byron so fast.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, I mean, yes, it's manipulation. Yes, it's against the rules, but Bell did send it into the wall. Like you could
He
see,
barely touched the wall, but I get it.
you could see where his brakes were glowing. Perks of running night races at short tracks because you see the
Mm-hmm.
glowing brakes. Then the glow in the brakes just disappear, and
Yep.
he shoots it around the wall. At that point in time, I would have said if I was NASCAR, you're both done, first of all, because they
Mm-hmm.
reviewed it for like what, 45 minutes. You're
Mm-hmm.
both done. Larson's in.
Yeah, they should have just put both of them in. Yeah, they should have taken both of them out. And I do want to give a shout out to one of the Chevy drivers because they wanted him to do the same thing. He was like, "No, fuck you." He was like, "Fuck." Basically, he didn't want to say it, but he basically say, "Fuck you." Like, I'm not doing that shit. They wanted the SVG to be doing that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, no, I'm driving. No way I am. Like,
Yeah. I mean, perks to him. He said no.
no,
That's good. That's good. He's holding his own.
yeah,
I mean, I want to just give a shout out to every single one of the drivers that Carson Hocevar spun out and wrecked during Martinsville because
my
I felt
guy.
bad. I heard something that they tied Carson Hocevar down to a chair during the pre-race at Phoenix and started wailing on him. I'm just kidding, but that was funny when I heard that. That
Yep,
was
that was funny, bro. We got.
Hocevar. I think that was the worst race of his year, to be
I
honest.
think honestly, take the off season. You gotta just relax, bro. You can drive. We know you can
Mhm.
drive. You just gotta relax out there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Just
Oh yeah.
relax. Like we know you can drive. But let's move on to the last race. We got 3 minutes actually.
3 minutes.
The
Okay.
last race actually was fucking It was boring, bro. Let's be
It
real.
was, yeah, literally. We
The first
only,
two stages, I thought I was taking a nap.
oh, yeah.
Actually, I was
I
with my
think,
family, so I was like watching and talking to my family. So it's like I paid attention, but I was like, I'm bored.
yeah, like you already know who's running off with it.
Mhm.
Logano had the car to beat.
Nah, he
Blaney and
wasn't
By,
even in position throughout stage one or stage two. It was stage
no,
three when he took over.
yeah, but he still had the fast car.
Hmm.
Blaney had a fast car, but I think Blaney and Byron were more on the same level towards the middle of the race.
Hmm.
But then Byron's car started falling off, like every Hendrick car does
And
at
Reddick was nowhere
Phoenix.
near to be showed. Hendrick was
Yeah,
nowhere near in the picture. I mean, Reddick, I mean.
yes. Yeah, Reddick, disappointing, really was. But I mean, they had a lot going in on that Friday. They had
Yep.
the lawsuit going on, which they lost their appeal
Yep.
or whatever happened, and that was probably a lot of weight on his shoulder.
Yeah, definitely. But again, man, they got there. But at the end of the day, bro, Penske has this. They
Hmm.
have this figured out. They
Oh
have this
yeah.
racetrack figured out
Hmm. Yes.
because they did it 3 years already in a row, winning this championship.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's not Penske. It's not their fault. And the fact that they had two drivers in the championship for it and they came in one and two, that tells you that that team is That team knows what they're doing when it comes to Phoenix,
Mm-hmm.
which everybody else got to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes
What a
back to
race.
like I was like, bro, is Ford was going to do something this year? Then they ended up winning the championship again.
Mm-hmm. You called it weekend one. You said it smells like a Logano year,
Yep.
even year. I mean, what I mean, still, we can't let who like we can't let Logano playing the system ruin the taste of the mouth at the end of the season.
No, yeah,
To be,
definitely.
hmm what
I
an
don't think he
amazing
played the
year.
system. It's just like he did what he had to do. It's like every other driver did what they had to do. They in that
Hmm
situation, win, you get in, and then you win the championship. That's how it
Yeah,
goes.
and what a year though. What a year. I mean, this is by far the best year in NASCAR in probably almost a decade.
Yep. And I've been watching
Like,
that. I've been on and off in NASCAR. Not even the 2000s matched this.
yeah,
Not
no,
even Jimmy's 5 year championship, like to get five in a row, doesn't match the entire season of
yeah.
greatness.
2005, I would say, was peak NASCAR, and
Hmm.
ever since then, it's been downhill. And I think this is a great step in the right direction for the
Yep.
season. And next year's schedule, which will be next week's video,
Yep.
I
We'll give
mean,
you guys a whole entire rundown of a schedule for next week, guys. So you already know. Like, subscribe, do what y'all gotta do. Tell a friend and tell a friend. You already know, Matt. We are out the building. Peace.
peace.